pandemic spending.
But News 1130's Parliament Hill reporter Cormac McSweeney tells us the federal government won't say when massive stimulus and support measures will wind down.
Our government is able to act to support Canadians through this difficult time.
Through the fiscal update, Federal Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland is putting in place what she calls fiscal guardrails as a part of the recovery plan. Freeland says when it comes to winding down support and spending to kickstart the economy, she'll be using jobs data to track the recovery and make those tough decisions. Freeland says you can't fix an exact end date to this type of spending when we're in a global crisis. Many of the supports announced in the spring have been extended or changed to respond to the ever-changing pandemic. Conservatives have criticized the overall amount of spending from the Trudeau government. This update will be a matter of confidence in the House of Commons. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
Back here in BC, it is a significant problem that must be addressed immediately, according to the findings of a months-long investigation.
Throughout the healthcare system. That's what investigator Mary Ellen Turpello-Fond is reporting after hearing from 9,000 people. She says these are some of the most prevalent biases and prejudices Indigenous patients and healthcare providers hear.
The idea that Indigenous patients and people are less worthy, that they're alcoholics, that they're drug seeking, that we're bad parents, frequent flyers, non-compliant, and incapable of adhering to treatment and medical advice.
Turpello-Fond calling for a systemic approach to tackling racism in BC healthcare, including 3 new officers in government to focus on these issues and including healthcare in whistleblower legislation. I'm Lisa Yuzda.
Heartbreaking and totally unacceptable, but she is not surprised. That from Cheryl Casimir with the First Nations Summit, who is pleased immediate action is being taken to end systemic racism in BC's healthcare system.
Extended family members have passed away because of being neglected in emergency rooms and went home and died. I'm glad that this report is out. I'm glad that it's going to work towards making those systemic shifts that are required so that nobody else has to be subjected to this.
She believes Health Minister Adrian Dix will make good on promises to act swiftly, and she hopes similar investigations will be done of our justice, child welfare, and education systems.
And it's time to examine our internal biases to stamp out racism. News 1130's Amanda Warwick with more on a campaign that is ramping up right across the province.
Reported hate crimes rose by over 1/3 between 2015 and 2018 in BC, and since the first month of 2020, Vancouver police have reported a 116% rise in hate crimes, with Asian communities bearing the brunt of the increase. Kasari Govender is the BC Human Rights Commissioner, and her office launched this campaign.
Even those of us, like the Human Rights Commissioner, need to take a look inside